Welcome to Yache, a minority community in Yala local government area of Cross River State, comprising 6 clans. For decades, Yache suffered from marginalization, inadequate infrastructure, and rampant youth unemployment. However, with the emergence of distinguished Senator Stephen Odey, a new era of development has dawned on Yache community. Discovered by former Governor Professor Benedict Ayade at law school, Senator Odey rose from personal assistant to senior special assistant, leveraging his position to transform his people of Yache.
That name is a household name. When once you go to Yache, everybody is happy. When once you mention distinguished Senator Stephen Odey, even a child that cannot even talk will smile on hearing the name distinguished Senator Stephen Odey.
There is no life, there is no community, there is no family in Yache that Senator Odey has not touched.
This is the man that I can tell you that since the history of politics in Yache Nation, we have never seen this kind of an individual before.
As superb chairman, he influenced positive projects in Yache, rebuilding and renovating classrooms with modern facilities. Senator Odey cares about his staff, building his driver a modern home, a gesture replicated for many others across Yala and Cross River State. He has empowered hundreds with cars, motorcycles, sewing machines, and fertilizers, touching lives in Yache community.
We want to sum him to be the man of the people. The man of the people who thinks for the people, who plans for the people, who knows the way for the people. This is one man, before his political celebration, was able to see that, okay, the feeder roads in Yache should be graded so that our peasant farmers, our local farmers could access their farm and could bring farm produce to the market to be able to send children to school.
In fact, he assisted so many people. I benefited. My child, that very week, he was given an appointment. My child was about going to law school. In the law school, I thought it's something they will pay bit by bit. He went to Yola, they drive him outside. I have to call. I say, Stephen, look at problem I'm having on ground. He said, oh, law school, they don't pay in bits. So he had to send 200,000 to me immediately.
He did not stop there. He empowered most of my subjects. Gave some car, gave some machine, gave some grinding engine, gave some these vulcanizer engines. Likewise myself, last year, he gave me a Camry car, which I'm using for now. So the man, I discovered that he's a very good man. That if he's given that opportunity, he's a man that can carry people along.
He has given over 300 pensionable appointments to Yache indigents, facilitated political appointments to over 30 Yache indigents, and facilitated several projects across all clans. With this modern health center, the ongoing construction of Okpoko Akriha Bridge, ongoing construction of 3 kilometers of Okukwali-Fokpa Road, and the construction of the Oriaria Bridge, Senator Odey has not only become a darling to his people, but has also made a lasting impact on Yache. Hence, he was given the highest chieftaincy title, the Oyogu One of Yache, meaning the capable one of Yache. Senator Stephen Odey, a grassroots politician, an academician and legal practitioner, has through his connection influenced personalities, including the present governor of Cross River State, His Excellency Prince Basio II, Speaker of the Cross River State House of Assembly, prominent musical artist and comedian to Yache.
Today is the most historical day in the history of Yache. Have you ever had where you have 16 commissioners, the State Executive Council sitting in Yache? Have you ever had it? This is history for you. Have you ever seen where a speaker, principal officers of the House of Assembly are here? This is history for Yache. It is done for Yache. Watch out in the next 4 years. Yache will never remember.
Today, Senator Odey is the present Commissioner of Education in Cross River State, a position that was given to him by the present Governor, Prince Basiotu. Though a one-time Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he was humbled enough to work as a commissioner or get towards giving back to Yache community and by extension, the society.
Within a very short time, barely less than 10 years, he has been able to mobilize Yache people, and the level of political awareness, the level of political participation, because he saw that the pathway to which the people, can attract development to the community is by participating in community development.
I don't want to use a word, and I don't want to make an overstatement. Or else, if you allow me to speak on Senator Day, I will tell you that at my age, I'm an adult, full-blown adult. But I cannot tell you that I've seen any politician, any leader, to be compared to distinguished Senator.
Every occasion, just like our New Yam Festival is coming now, you'll be surprised. He will bless everybody. He empowered the women, buy clothes, wrappers. We are happy. Empower the young boys, empower the youth generally, the young boys and girls. He has empowered them. This man, Senator Stephen Odey, is a man that, personally myself, I have never observed a man that has a clear vision for his people.
He has reconciled acrimony between clans, invited prominent personalities to Yache, and emphasized the need for peace.
Peace is one of the cardinal points for any community development. So Odey has started preaching peace and unity of the community. And of course, anywhere there is no peace, there is no unity, there can be no development.
He's a peacemaker. I remembered in 2022 when I had a crisis in my community. I called him, he told me he was in Calabar. But he capped it up to say that he would be coming to the community the next day. And before 7 o'clock the next day, he was in my community with a detachment of army and military policemen and all this. And they were there for so many years. I saw him giving them a lot of money to make sure they stay. And he continued by supplying with palliative, because we had that crisis, we were dislodged. Many people left their homes. He was supplying us with palliative until for about 8 months that the crisis lasted. And beside that, after that, he initiated several peace meetings between the families.
Apart from politics, he's a peacemaker. When Niger people have problem with the Chongo, that is the Baruman and the Chongo, he took pains and entered here and made peace. Apart from that, in my clan, where I am now, last year, they were taken away by the Tea community. But now for Dr. Odey, they would have finished everybody in my clan. But he took pains and brought military men, asked for peace, and made sure peace is restored in my clan.
Distinguished Senator Stephen Odey has touched every family lives in Yache. The old, the young, and children are benefiting from his benevolence.
Creation of massive job opportunities to his people in Yache Nation, both in the state and federal level. He facilitated and restored peace of the crisis in his community.
Thank God for being alive. People behind me, or who have gone before me, didn't know that we have somebody that can represent us. People whom I named have been great people, great leaders of the area. Didn't live to see a boy or a man like him, and didn't do anything near his own.
Ngeti zinyaha omale mpie na nyetame na hani ne na ba ya kime ne na ba ya kime na yo ya kpem abambe no yogu 1 ali na neime oyogu 1 iyala mi yume mena because onu eja dimi mo po ala ma ya bi kun me ode to alo ade ta me enim wori pe ma ba gwe nene na alam kala ku na me enimisi manu na ba yo kala malo koku me alo ayo ka malo koku ya no ade to ngo posi na ma ha don eja ya na me aruma iko do aruma me no kari uni fridge me one ni pari uni aruma me iko do ko posi ni alo akari mota ya pari mahana ha ba ze tandere pa wije gwajo ni zayo
a doctor mahane na ni yagala mi buzikano 1991 mibi naba mi ambo ti dwa won ye ukrisia wo huzi ma ba dimpu somebody Francis Ogaro on educational secretary yagala ma twe o problem na no appointment na him sanabi iso no akura na him ya nyimi me ne toti ne timangro imi 300 alikule timangro ya baba sikuna na teachers ku club ami ole okuzi innocent okana ya ukalabi juboleta ni aprepo kena kembambe dola ki dola la hiyo maka nwe ni na degia yuko mi richu ima sisikre ono krobi na bi bining boro and our appointment na ku kali super chairman ijiji atwetwe adon ni yi plede na ya atwe lo epe mi team amagba ibi ni bi ma ba adokwa ya ngba tsenkala leme aba ka ke mambi dollar oni adu amena dollar lo amba hiome inya me ya atwe room enyi alo na bi na lo me room iri exactly ali magba ya kali 50-50 kunendo amadu yokwa.
So I can tell you that the history of all hitherto society today is the history of class struggle between the have and the have-nots. But the society needs an individual like this, who can harness all the resources together, who can manage the human resources together to the next level. And of course, in this part of the world, the kind of person that we want that can move this society to the next level is Senator Dr. Stephen Odey.
Distinguished Senator Stephen Odey, PhD, is a seasoned and erudite scholar, an astute administrator, politician, legal luminary, community leader, philanthropist, teacher, and an academician.
He has made sure that the road in Yache has been graded and is still being worked upon. He has made sure that the bridge that was constructed by the colonial masters then was repaired severally, and now the bridge has been taken over by the state government and has been done in a concrete form. Right now, when he was Subeb chairman, he provided the employment for several Yache sons and daughters. He gave appointment to so many of us. I am a beneficiary. So many of us have been beneficiaries. He also is a philanthropist. He helped bring up the people of Yache, not only Yache, Yala as a whole. He provided succor for so many widows, young men and women, even students. He granted scholarship and bursary to so many of them.
As a result of his humility, he served so many leaders who were in government before him, up to the extent that he served Ayade, the then governor of Cross River State, as his PA, even though he backed a doctorate degree before going to Nigerian law school. He met Ayade at the law school and decided to humble himself to serve as PA. That alone is an eye-opener to all of us. That you can come from a humble background and propel yourself to the apex.
Senator Steve Odey was appointed Executive Chairman, Cross River State Universal Basic Education Board, and later in 2017, he was appointed to double as the Acting Managing Director of Cross River State Water Board Limited. He also served in the Senate and stood out within the few months he spent in the Red Chamber. He is currently the Commissioner of Education in Cross River State. In all of these offices, Senator Steve Odey has brought his wealth of experiences in academic, legal, and administration to bear. He is an associate professor.
Throughout my years in politics, I have never seen the kind of person like Dr. Stephen Odey.
The kind of person that we want, that can move this society to the next level, is Senator Dr. Stephen Odey.
Today, because of him, Yache, I will tell you, has forgotten how to lose election. We have been winning the election over and above expected results, not just because of any reason, because of his personality.
He came there to Onye community and gave us a standard 6 classroom building.
He built classroom blocks in almost all the primary schools in Cross River State.
If you had asked me to say something about Senator Stephen Odey in Cross River State, I'll be glad to do that. But now you are confining me to Yache, where I come from.
The person of Senator Odey, if I want to speak about him, if it's Monday till night, I will not finish.
And that's why we identify good leaders and follow them.
That is why today the people of Yache have gathered to celebrate that he has done well. He should keep it up.
They have seen in me that I'll be able to champion that cause for girl child education.
This is the story of Senator Stephen Odey, a true leader and champion of development in Yache community.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, stand up.